Welcome back inside of the Dynasty Draft Room. This is the Draft Seminar. My name is Matt Hicks. You can find me on Twitter at the FF_educator, and I am joined by the Gridiron Scholar, John Lobb, to talk today about Jonathan Taylor. John, before I let you go ahead and introduce today's lesson, I want to point out one of my favorite things about this 2020 running back class is that not only is it so deep, but there's three very good players at the top of the draft, and you could spend hours, and we have and we will spend more hours arguing about which one of these running backs is your favorite. But today we're talking about one of the top candidates, and that is Jonathan Taylor, the running back out of Wisconsin. I know you're excited, so let's go ahead and jump into it.
Oh man, I'm totally pumped. And I love the run and shoot and the spread offenses. But man, there's a part of me deep down inside. I just love that Wisconsin offensive line and watching them smash people and watching Jonathan Taylor play football behind that line the last 3 years has just been unbelievable. His college resume is off the charts. He is one of the most decorated runners in the history of this amazing game. In 2019 and 18, he rushed for over 2,000 yards each season. He is only the second player in this great game to ever rush for 2,000 yards twice. And in the past 2 seasons, he has taken home so much hardware: the Doak Walker Award, the Amici Dane Big Ten Running Back of the Year Award, unanimous first team All-American. Just incredible, Matt, to watch him play football. In 2017, I put him in my first waiver wire gemstones for college fantasy football, and he totally hooked me up. Freshman All-American and second team All-American after setting a freshman record with 1,977 yards. Matt, he was 23 yards away from 3 consecutive 2,000-yard seasons. Woo. That is just unheard of. He concluded his career as only the 7th player in history with over 6,000 rushing yards and the first to accomplish the mark in 3 straight seasons. He's second player all time to rush for 2,000 yards twice. Second most productive runner in Big Ten history, trailing only Ron Dayne, also of Wisconsin. He was so good, Matt. He rushed for over 200 yards in a game 12 times. And he finished in the top 10 in Heisman voting all 3 seasons at Madison. You could not have put together a better 3-year career than Jonathan Taylor did for the Badgers.
Absolutely, man. I think you said it all. This man has a lot of run on him. I think he has close to 1,000 carries on his career through 3 years. But, I mean, he has embodied what Wisconsin football is meant to be. It's that smash football up the middle. But as we talk more through his traits, he's more than just a bruiser. He's much more than that. And that's what makes him exciting, and that's what gets people excited about his potential at the next level. So, John, let's dig into those college stats a little bit more here and see how his college production measures up to what you're looking for when projecting success at the running back position in the NFL.
Matt, the first thing that will jump off the page when you look at him is something that you just mentioned, my friend. 968 career carries. Hey, he was a workhorse, man. Feed him the ball, and he came through. 6,174 career yards. Yards per carry. You know, you kind of think of Wisconsin as ground and pound and slow and muddy and Big Ten. He averaged 6.7 yards per carry. That is awesome, my friend. Now, he improved as a pass catcher in 2019, and he illustrated that he does have reliable and soft hands. The coaching staff and John Taylor knew that was one of the criticisms of the young man as a prospect. So he improved dramatically this year pass catching, and he ended up his career with 42 receptions. I'm okay with that. Now, how good was he last season? He had 2,255 yards from scrimmage. And while every defensive coordinator in the nation and every defender had to stop Jonathan Taylor, he dominated the opposition. He accumulated 37% of his team's scrimmage yards. That is just simply spectacular when all 11 men on the defense are out to stop you. But really, what propelled him, in my book, to number one amongst all running backs was the combine. I was absolutely blown away by his 40-yard dash. I never expected this young man to run a 4.39. Matt, that is awesome at his size. 3 cone drills, 7.01, and 20-yard shuttle, 4.24. My lips and mouth dropped to the ground when I watched him at the combine and I saw those numbers come up. He's my number one guy, Matt, at the running back position.
All right, John, I like it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about why he is so highly regarded by you and many others in the fantasy football community. Before we do that, before we jump into the film breakdown, I want to remind our listeners that the 2020 Fantasy Football Rookie Guide is officially available for pre-sale. This is the last week that it is available for pre-sale. The promo code DRAFT, I should say, will get you 10% off of your already very inexpensive purchase of that draft guide featuring 91 full player profiles. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the film breakdown for Jonathan Taylor, the running back out of Wisconsin. And we're going to go ahead and start it here against Iowa. We see how powerful of a downhill runner he is. He is hitting the B button, he's spinning, he's moving, and he just accelerates more downfield. He's not somebody who is easy to catch up to despite his size, and I think he's best in between the tackles. You put him in the A and B gap, and he has good, quick lateral movements. He has good vision. He has the ability to weave seamlessly in between Big Ten defenders, which is not something that's necessarily easy to do, and he is tenacious. He's going to fight to the end of that play. And something that's not talked about enough, he is a proficient pass catcher. You can see him here working off of an angle route, and he gets down the field and he finds space before the catch, but he also is able to navigate downfield with the ball in his hands. He has great field vision, and it's something he was featured a lot more in the passing game in 2019, and he showed he can contribute in that way. And I talked about his tenacity, but he absorbs contact. You can see here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders it takes to drag this man down, and he still gets the first down and makes it look easy. There's so much to like about Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, Matt, there is so much to like. And, after I saw the combine, I really had to go back to some more film and watch Taylor. And I think it was somewhat of an illusion and a bias of having watched Wisconsin and their offensive line for so many years, because he is much faster than you think. So I think it's also because he's so patient that when you watch him on film, you don't think he's that fast, but he is, my friend. He's 5'10" and 226 pounds, striking size and speed combination, compact and tough ball carrier with sturdy lower body. He's smooth runner who runs behind his pads. He runs well in tight quarters. He allows blocks to form, and he dashes through contact. That's part of the Wisconsin illusion. The running backs must be patient. Sometimes Wisconsin is going to slam the offside guard at the defensive end. They're going to bring the fullback at the linebacker, and the running back must be patient through the hole. He breaks arm tackles, and he does not fall easily. He finds cutback lanes and the smallest of creases in congestion. He welcomes contact, and he batters opponents. In short yardage, he drops pads and packs a punch. He's excellent on counters and power plays. Power scheme will maximize his run skills at the NFL level. My friend, I keep thinking he might look so good in the silver and black of Pittsburgh. He might be perfect for that power running game that the Steelers like. I love Jonathan Taylor.
Well, I'll tell you, as somebody who's living in Baltimore right now, I don't know if I like that idea, John. I think we should keep him out of the AFC North. But I agree. I'm sure Pittsburgh fans would absolutely be thrilled about that. Here at the Dynasty Draft Room, we have him graded out at an 84.4. That gives us a projection of high-end starter. We have high expectations for Jonathan Taylor, and we do consider him in that top tier of players overall in this 2020 rookie draft class. You can check out all of John's 2020 fantasy football rookie profiles at footballdiehards.com, and he is on Twitter at gridironschol91. I'm on Twitter at the FF_educator, and you can check out all of my work, including the 2020 Fantasy Football Rookie Guide, at dynastydraftroom.com. Class is over. Pencils down.